Hey guys, it's Montecristo here with Interlace Gaming, and I'm here to tell you about the third fight of Heroic Deadmines. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to point out is the Reaver in the background. Now, when you first walk in, you are going to see a Reaver, a green Reaver, that one player can hop in. I suggest you have one player that's the most attentive in your group, or second most attentive, whatever it is, and jump into that. The reason you are jumping into this is during the boss fight there will be adds that spawn. When the adds spawn, you're going to need to use a combination of the three moves that are in its arsenal. The first one is an attack that generates energy. The second one is a charge that stuns the enemy. And the third is one that actually knocks back the enemy. Now you're going to use a combination of 2 and 3 to continually stun them. And you're going to use one to generate as much energy as you can, as quickly as you can. Now during the fight, there's this little lava thing in the background, a forge, whatever, in the dead center of that bottom portion of the room. Now, you're going to see these little flame leviathan adds spawn every now and then. No one else has to DPS these but the Reaver. The person in the Reaver is the sole responsibility of those things. Now, what you need to do as the Reaver is, number one, as soon as you see it, you charge them. Then you spam 1 as quickly as you can. Just spam, 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 spam. Once he breaks out of the stun, you need to not use number 3 and knock the ad away from the group. Yes, away from the group, not towards the group, away. The reason you need to knock him away is because he does an AoE. If you don't, that's what kills the group. Not the fact that it'll hit the group, it's the fact that its AoE does a huge amount of damage. Whoever is doing this Reaver, you need to not attack the boss at all. It's in your best interest not to, because you need to focus on the ads. The only reason you should is if you don't have enough energy and you need to generate energy quickly. Otherwise you should be doing that all on the ad and it shouldn't be a problem. Now the other thing I need to point out is that this Reaver will need to be healed, and it is the job of course, the healer to heal this Reaver. If you don't heal it, it's gonna die and everyone's gonna die with it. So just make sure to throw a beacon of light or something on it so it gets some heals. Alright, so the first mechanic you need to watch out for is something called overdrive. Overdrive is not a big issue, it's just like Bone Storm in ICC Marigar. The only difference is that he actually doesn't target a player and bounce towards them. Instead, he just bounces around the room like an idiot. Alright, so Reaver is going to give you the most trouble in my opinion. We did this boss fight 3 times, and Reaver is what killed us the first 2. So what you need to do is, during Reaver, he will randomly focus on one player in the group and one player only. At this moment, however, it does not tell you who he is focusing on. So if he turns in your direction, everyone in that direction just needs to run away from him. Away, not towards, away. And try and avoid the ad because that AoE will also hurt. When he turns around and focuses on you, when you're running away, he will continue to cast this. Once the cast is done, however, he will have locked on to your last position when he finished that cast, and you will see a graphic in that spot. He will begin to do this little flay thing in front of him, and if you are in the way, you will get cajillion shotted. I have no idea how many shots it is, and you will die. If you are in the graphic, you will also die. So just get away from the graphic, get away from his line of fire. I don't know, just don't stand in his way is all that matters. Okay, so that's really it for this boss fight, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of each player in the group and what they'll need to do. So for the healer needs to heal everyone in the group, of course, and keep up the Reaver. Make sure to keep up that Reaver, it is very important. The next is the DPS tank as well as healer, as you guys all share the exact same job. You just need to not get hit by shit and stay alive. That's really all it is in this fight, is staying alive and running. A lot of running. And as for the Reaver, just make sure to keep the ads away from the group. If they do get to the group, however, it is the job of the tank to kite the boss away from that ad so they are not taking AoE damage. Alright guys, that's it for this installment of How To with Interlace Gaming. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.